Welcome back to Crypto Meets AI. Jerry here with an update for you. Do me a favor, friends. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. Now let's get into this. Breaking news, Grayscale XRP ETF is set to go live on November 24th. Franklin Templeton may join the same day. Grayscale's XRP ETF GXRP is expected to launch on Monday, November 24th, and it won't be alone. Franklin Templeton's XRP ETF could also go live on the same day, turning next Monday into one of the biggest ETF launch days in XRP history. Next week is shaping up to be massive for XRP. Elon Musk, if you want 1,000,000 times more energy, you have to go to space.
The way to think of AI in space is that in order to achieve any meaningful percentage of a Kardashev 2 scale civilization, where you're using even a millionth of the sun's energy, you must have solar-powered AI satellites in deep space. So that once you realize, once you think in terms of a Kardashev 2 scale civilization, which is what percentage of the sun's energy are you turning into useful work? Then it becomes obvious that space is overwhelmingly what matters. Overwhelmingly, Earth only receives roughly 1/2 billionth of the sun's energy. So if you want to have something that is, say, 1,000,000 times more energy than Earth could possibly produce, you must go into space. So this is where it's kind of handy to have a space company, I guess.
That is pretty wild that Earth only receives roughly 1/2 billionth of the sun's energy. The Canary XRP ETF just locked 120 million XRP forever. In 6 days of trading since November 13th launch, 245 million debut inflows, biggest ETF launch in 2025. Now holds 120 million XRP worth, 275 million. Permanently removed from circulation. Franklin Templeton, Bitwise, 21 shares drop next week. Exchange supply already at an all-time low of 2.7 billion. They're not buying the dip, they're vacuuming the float. You still waiting for the real pump? I am. Comment down below and you tell me, do you believe Charlie Kirk was talking about XRP, XLM, and these utility tokens that are about to make history?
Are you pro crypto? I've never seen Canary crypto. Yeah, very pro crypto. You got some Bitcoin? I actually have better stuff than that. I am a significant investor in the plumbing of how crypto is made. Really? So I won't say any more than that. But done some good private equity deals in the actual back end on the technology of actually blockchain on how all these coins go public. Now, not Bitcoin itself, but of all the other types of coins. And so if you are long on crypto, I encourage people to understand that there is a needed multi-billion-dollar infrastructure that needs to be there to actually for all these coins to be able to go through process, to be made public, to go through ICOs. But yes, I'm very pro crypto, and I got some coins.
Definitely know he owns some XRP for sure. And this is where it's all going to begin. You will see a liquidity crisis in Japan. The Japanese yen is collapsing. It is now down to its weakest level against the US dollar since January 15th. The Japanese government bond yields surged to record highs. Stimulus will not fix your economic problems. Liquidity crisis coming. Full CTO reveals insight on massive XRP volume that will revolutionize the future of finance. The truth is coming to light. This plan has been underway for years.
It's the broader XRP ledger ecosystem driving more use cases and opportunities for developers. While XRP is the native currency on the ledger, it was built to support any type of asset, crypto or fiat, issued to trade on the DEX. Bringing more credible assets on the DEX, like RLUSD, drives direct and indirect benefits. For example, it drives more trading volume, which natively uses XRP as a bridge asset through auto-bridging and generally benefits users, developers, and apps. A unique feature of the XRPL DEX is that auto-bridging utilizes XRP as the native currency to facilitate trades between any two assets on the ledger. It automatically considers XRP as an intermediary to find the most efficient trading route across assets. RLUSD and XRP will complement each other because of the inherent differences of the cryptocurrencies. For Ripple's proprietary payment products, XRP will continue to be used as a bridge currency. Given the XRPL's speed, cost, and scalability, we see RLUSD being able to foster the growth of new on-chain applications like real-world asset tokenization, foreign exchange markets, and trade settlement. We're entering a growing market expected to see significant expansion, especially with stablecoins. Builders will certainly take advantage of the new opportunities presented by this ecosystem.
This is exactly why it benefits the XRP ledger to have multiple stablecoins, multiple tokenized assets, and multiple blockchains all be interoperable and work together. The more tokens and blockchains out there, better off XRP ledger is. XRP is the bridge asset. XLM is a bridge asset. Breaking news, Hedera officially joined Google BigQuery, enabling real-time enterprise-grade blockchain data to be directly integrated into one of the world's most powerful analytic platforms. Some of the use cases this new integration brings: their transaction costs and speeds between Hedera and other blockchain networks, track tokenized assets and NFTs across different ecosystems, including Hedera's native token service, analyze smart contract execution and DeFi trends across multiple chains, conduct historical research on Hedera's growth, network performance, and transaction volume. Teams building on Hedera, including upcoming launches on Headstarter. This unlocks a new level of transparency, data availability, and enterprise compatibility. Dave Portnoy goes big on crypto. Barstool's Dave Portnoy says he's bought $2 million worth of XRP, BTC, and ETH last night. Money moves fast when leaders jump in, and XRP is now sitting in the same basket as the giants. The tide is rising. XRP rides it first.
Now, am I eligible for this? Because here comes the announcement. Last night, Monday, November 17th, if you want to look at what I did, here it is. I hope I'm not giving away nothing. I probably am, so I probably shouldn't show. 638 bought $500,000 of XRP. 637 bought 400,000 of ETH. 637 bought 750,000 of BTC. 636 bought 500 more or a reverse of XRP. So in total, last night, $1 million of XRP, 400 ETH, 750 of BTC. Blood in the streets. Dave's like a piranha. Dave's like a great white. He's just shark on fins. Oh, you know what? Let's do it. And we I know we can't clip it. We can't play music. So it's too bad. This will. See, I want to play fins, but I can't play fins if they clip this because then the music companies. Anyways, fins to the left, fins to the right, BTC everywhere. So we had a crypto, a little dip in the market. I've been hold, Braveheart, hold. Last night, I went. So I bought $2 million worth of crypto, $1 million of XRP, 750 of Bitcoin to add to my collection, and 400 of ETH. So I don't know. That's 2 million. Did I just get 2 million entries into this contest? I hope so.
And last up, Natalie Brunell breaks down on Fox News why Bitcoin is for everyone. We exchange our time and hard-earned energy for money, and that money can be printed out of thin air by people we do not elect. Bitcoin cannot be manipulated or inflated. It is the hardest money out there, and I do not agree with this one bit. Bitcoin can be manipulated, and it is inflated by Tether. Tether has propped Bitcoin up for like the last 10 years. And once Tether collapses, Bitcoin will collapse with it. And I find it very interesting that you have the media and all these big institutions propping up Bitcoin and pushing it to the masses. They need exit liquidity, my friends. Do not be their exit liquidity. Anyways, let's hear what she has to say.
What is it? Why is it for everyone?
Well, it's really the best way for people to save for the future. We exchange our time and our energy for money, and that money can be printed out of thin air by people we do not elect. And I want people to be able to save in something that no one can ever inflate, no one can confiscate, no one can manipulate, and it's something that they can use to plan for their families, for their futures. I think Bitcoin is truly for everyone, is the most accessible form of capital available to 8 billion people around the world, and it's really changing lives everywhere.
Another thing I disagree with, it is not accessible to 8 million people, unfortunately, or probably 1% of the entire population, if that. Bitcoin is priced out retail already. I guarantee 99% of the people in the world cannot afford to go out and spend $100,000 on one Bitcoin, right now or ever. Majority of the populations are either middle class or poor. Well, that's what I have for you folks. Until next time, stay savvy, stay stacking, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. And if you want more crypto deep dives, check out our videos right here on Crypto Meets AI. Thank you for watching. Remember to always do your own research. This is not financial advice.